gonna cry. Fuck you guys. What's up guys, it's Hannah. Welcome to my channel. Appreciate y'all stopping by the house. If you enjoy your visit, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Very much appreciate it. Love to see you guys around here, so just go ahead and click that little red button on my face down there at the bottom. So today we are going to be continuing with watching the Arcane little mini-series that League of Legends has been putting out called Bridging the Rift. This will be part 2. No, it is my favorite animation TV series that I've ever watched. Combination of literally how the animation works, storytelling, characters, world building, and how they portray very realistic emotions down to like very minuscule details that people would do, like an eyebrow raise or a bead of sweat or things like that. I don't know how the fuck they did that. I really don't. Okay. If y'all have been on my channel for a minute, you know I'm obsessed with this stuff. Okay. So I'm going to leave my Arcane reactions in the description, and I'll leave you my entire League playlist in the description. If you want to check that out, looked at like a shit ton of cinematics, a lot of splash arts for a lot of the female characters. Be sure to check out my other content as well. I'm just as gay over there. But alright, let's see what this one's about. Somebody did tell me that this one was good, that they were happy with it, so let's see what they talk about. Playing some games.
But I think for this is like, sometimes I feel like a band manager. Like, guys, you're doing whatever you want, but I want you on stage at this time for the concert and the gig.
I can understand that, especially with artists.
So we are in 2017 and everybody is working really hard to deliver the pilot.
Yeah.
And then we had the discussion with Riot explaining to us that we're not happy with the script, with the 2 and the 3.
Interesting.
At the end of the call, we were like, they have really said that. I think we have misunderstood them.
Yeah.
When we arrived in LA, and then it was, hey guys, yes, we want to do a pause on the production, put everything on hold.
I wonder what it was before that made them think it wasn't right. Because, I mean, obviously they made it perfection what we saw in the final product, but I'm so curious, like, what it was before. Oh, and the best still sucks.
Next thing I know, Christian mysteriously gets pulled into a meeting, and then it was like a strange intervention where a bunch of other rioters basically told him that it sucked.
Yeah.
It was such a blow to the team to just feel like, man, we're being told to stop completely and potentially even find different showrunners, different writers for the whole thing.
You know, you've been killing yourself, you know, to try and make it work and try and figure it out, and
that probably was really hard. Like I said, I am just curious how different was it from the final product?
Animators with a promise that there would be a full season to work on, because they're very, very talented, and you really want to get something kind of worth committing to, you know, like a multi-year project.
And so we just kind of had this feeling like we're gonna have to tell all these people that we just hired, they have to be like, oh, which just, I don't know, it's just like the worst thought.
Yeah, you feel bad.
It felt like we suck.
Yeah.
We failed. You know?
Christian's a tortured artist who can't let himself not do something great. Like, it just, you will will it into this because he just,
I like Christian a lot.
Himself up and lose sleep and go crazy.
There were a lot of times during my career at Riot so far where I needed someone like Brandon or Mark to explore some pretty wild ideas.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people would say, like, no one in the video industry has full-time composers, you know, like, we can just hire someone from the outside as a freelancer to make some music for us. Or why would we make music videos? That's insane.
The music video was existence of everything.
Mark and Brennan, who kind of saw the idea and like how awesome this could be, and they took bets.
They gave him a chance, but they also had to like be realistic and rein him a little, you know.
In the meeting, everyone left, which is Brennan and me, and basically, I think Brennan kind of took like the moment to kind of tell me, hey, like, we'll figure it out, you know, like.
Aww.
We trust you, you know, like, we'll figure it out.
You just need to do it a little bit different.
Crying.
Oh, baby.
Christian's biggest
fear is letting players down. He crushes himself over it. It's actually painful for those closest to him to sort of watch, and it gives you
I like
so
him.
much respect and appreciation.
Oh, that made me
and also
teary.
trust
How much he
in
cared.
what, he decides to take responsibility and ownership for.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about our decision to delay further production of the follow-up episodes of Arcane. I remember, I think I recorded like 16 different versions of this video because I always was just kind of sitting there like,
Yeah, how do you tell them? Yeah.
And I wanted to give you guys some more information about it. You know, why, what our plan is, and so on. I'm sure you've heard of,
We did not show this.
Yeah.
The question was, if we start with that, everybody will cry, everybody will jump out of the window.
Yeah.
I finally made a version of the video that I felt like was okay.
Yeah.
And I sent it to them. Only to learn a few weeks later that they were like, yeah, we never showed it to anyone because you're just really depressed. You look like you want to kill yourself.
Well, yeah. Not
So
exactly
it was like
super
with
peppy.
Arcane.
Damn. Like so many players on the field and you just, yeah.
Which is always very painful. You're not sure they're going to be able to come back because if they go to another production, you might lose them.
We knew that we wouldn't have work for them for the months to come. So we started talking to different teams outright and started asking people, hey, is there anything that we can do, like a music video or anything that could just keep, you know, the lights on at 4T-ish.
Ooh, like keep the connection.
We talked to the esports team and
yeah.
there was a desire to make a music video. Which became the Rise music video. And then we started talking to the new team and they were working on something like a crazy K-pop group.
Oh my god. Kate, oh my god, I can't even go into KDA right now.
So they did 2 music videos with us, which I think
I'll leave my
still
KDA reactions down below too.
some of the best, if not the 2 best, on our YouTube channel.
No shit.
God. Alex and I are shit at our jobs because if we hadn't taken that extra time to develop the story, the KDA Popstars music video and the Rise music video would have never happened.
I would have died if I didn't get KDA. Are you serious?
Permis aussi de résoudre certains petits problèmes techniques qu'on pouvait avoir qu'on avait pu avoir sur le pilote.
Okay.
Et d'affirmer un peu plus le style de la série.
So, you're welcome.
He changed it to himself. That's hilarious. That's fucking cute. That's hilarious, man.
Paul, crippled from the Undercity. I was an outsider the moment I stepped foot into the
Victor.
Didn't have the benefits of a patron or a name.
Like the writing of this show is so good. I'm just so curious where it was.
The idea was I had to replace myself as like the person in charge of figuring out the story.
Oh, that self-reflection. Damn.
We just knew we had to hire someone.
Yeah, like
showrunner,
remove
writers, that kind of
yourself.
stuff. And that's what we tried to do. If you pitched that the video company was gonna do like an animated series,
people may not wanna.
or, like,
Yeah.
drama, screenwriters.
They were like,
Showed up.
Yeah. Did you find anybody, or did you guys just take the time to develop yourselves?
Or it was just, people were in for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
Like, well,
the money.
The ride is big, but they didn't really care about the characters that much. So we looked for quite a while, and at some point,
Annie. They have a statue of that.
maybe we'll just
Bruh.
have to try again, but be less shitty.
Okay, so they eventually just trusted. I mean,
And then it was just
they trusted
started
themselves.
Over, like kind of like look what we do. That's when we started talking to showrunners. Like who could we bring in to just be an advisor?
That's when we found Monica Mazer.
What's up, Monica?
She worked on Lost, was someone who was really passionate about mentoring people, and she really helped us find the right way.
Okay,
to
Monica.
Our vision,
Okay, Monica girl.
Like, here's what you have to do. More just about here's all about the process of how to craft a season.
Yeah.
And then we hired a bunch of writers who worked in various capacities in TV. So Amanda was one of those writers.
Okay, Amanda girl. Hey, Mandy girl. Listen, I just want to put out there.
Get into the heads of your characters.
Females.
I did have one of the writers teach me how to shoot a gun, like a sniper gun, right before I was gonna write Caitlyn's episode.
Oh, that's so dedicated. Oh my god, Caitlyn's episode. Oh my god. Caitlyn's my queen, you all know. Seeing this again, I can't.
I have a little office here where I do my writing.
Okay, Amanda.
Sure.
She's like, don't look at my den.
Into my nook.
Her nook.
Lights I turn on at night to sort of inspire me.
Oh.
There we go.
She's so cute.
They'll have scripts that they'll send over to you as kind of a sample of their work. And Amanda, I think with hers, it was comic book video game scientist. And her story was about a future world where we colonized the moon.
That's cool.
Like, this seems like it could
yeah,
be
like that. Yeah.
I would prefer not to have a punching bag in my living room, but
I mean,
that's just what we do right now. So,
hey,
I actually never
relieve
thought
some
about
stress.
how my kung fu translates to learning how to advise a fighter.
rotten luck, boy.
But there's a fight scene in episode 5 of season 1, which is the episode I wrote.
You wrote episode 5? Amanda! We gotta talk about that, Amanda.
Body type, if for like both like really muscular. They're doing moves that you haven't necessarily seen women do before on screen.
Episode 5 was my Caitlyn and Vi subtleties.
As like to learn something new about the character in the fight that you didn't know before.
I love her. Honestly, Amanda girl. Bitch, you will not send regards up. Oh, I miss this show.
And then of course she's saved by another woman.
Her woman.
3 women in a fight scene. So
Amanda has a really honest voice in her dialogue that is just really grounded emotionally. I remember this moment when Alex and I were really wrestling with the last words that Jinx was saying to Vi in season 1. And then like Amanda took the script and solved it in like, I don't know, an hour.
I thought maybe you could love me like you used to. Even though I'm different.
Gonna cry. Fuck you guys.
But you changed too.
Amanda girl. Honestly, fuck you. Because like seriously.
Amanda just wrote that and Alex and I were just like, yep, that's it.
Yeah, you can't question it.
You know?
I think the biggest change from the way that we were looking at it before was it was very plot heavy, right? It's very focused on kind of like, what's the problem that has to get solved? Who's going to fight who? What I think most improved after kind of working with these writers was sort of like the emotional story.
Yeah, oh my, it's the best part.
Pulled up into the like whole beginning of the season with the bridge.
You wrote the bridge. She's writing some of the most iconic shit in the show, Amanda.
I sort of went out on a limb being like, so guys, I know you hired me to help out with the show and whatever.
She's like, I'm just gonna do what needs to be
Change
done.
the pilot.
Yeah.
That's a lovely poetic image, right? But it wasn't telling the story of the series, which is these 2 sisters being torn apart.
That's when I came in as CEO, taking this big role with the idea of becoming a multi-game developer and multi-game publisher, which on its own is a really difficult challenge to go from that one hit to multiple games.
Right.
And then there was this little curveball, and by the way, we have this TV show, which probably is going to cost us,
a shit ton of money.
A massive 9-digit budget. There's a lot of risk in this.
Y'all better be so happy.
Joel and I were always on like completely opposite spectrums.
Yeah.
He's a business person. He's someone who's just extremely smart.
Yeah.
In like a rational way.
You kind of have to be though when you're a CEO, unfortunately.
Away by like his emotions or like by his own personal attachment to anything. And I'm the opposite.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
like you, Christian. Yeah.
I'm always, emotionally attached to the stuff that I work on. I'm an artiste, I guess.
Actually, I remember bringing him in my office to say, hey, we've decided if we're gonna fund you for a full season. He had done the pilot, and we paused, and I told him like we're not gonna fund a full season for Arcane. you understand where I'm coming from.
Right. It's so hard because there really is two edges of the
I'm not
coin.
gonna validate you to move to a full season is because I'm going to allow you to move to multiple seasons.
That's so cool. Oh, troll. That's hilarious. How many seasons was he guaranteed? I know we're getting 2, but
Gave me the trust that I needed to.
we get more. We get an 18.
The way that Fortiche and our team at Riot needed to do it, which was not the easy way, but like really this like pursuit of like, hey, this is what we think our audience wants, and it's ambitious and crazy, but we need you to trust us, and he did.
You need to stay committed to players because nothing's going to be easy.
Right.
There will be many moments where you want to give up. I know Christian went through this multiple times. We went through this multiple times, and you need to have
It literally came out to be the best thing I've ever seen. Like, damn.
As we were looking at trying to scale up more, and then we had season 1 in production, and we started to think about how are we going to do the first development of season 2 at the same time. That's when we started looking for someone to help figuring out the production scale a bit more.
It was tough because we couldn't find the right culture fit. A lot of people kind of shied away from like, hey, this isn't normal.
You don't need normal.
Animation.
You need this masterpiece.
I think I'm just gonna go,
Jeez.
insert any animation studio out there, right? But finally, one time I got connected with a woman named Melinda Dillon.
Another woman coming in clutch.
Come on in.
Sorry.
Welcome to Casa de Dilger.
Casa de Dilger, what's up?
I work here because of COVID. This is Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Arcane,
Why are all these women just this shit? And they have the cutest dogs.
Loves his job. Yes.
I just loved talking to her. She had such a warm energy, and she just also had experience. Like, I mentioned some of the issues that we were dealing with, and she seemed unfazed by it.
She's like, I got it.
This is where all my meetings happen. It's very exciting. This is where I burn off my energy. I got that when I worked on Mary Poppins Returns.
Aww.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah.
That's cute.
I remember sitting down, all of the stakeholders, and I think I literally told them, you better not fuck this up. I like her. She's awesome. If you fuck this up, I'm going to kill you.
I worked on Darkwing Duck. That was my very first animated show to be on as production assistant. I was working on Goof Troop, Aladdin. I won an Emmy Award.
Girl, you did some things.
Right here. This is very proud of this. Very nice. I know whenever people tell me, they're like, oh my gosh, I watched that as a child. I'm like, oh, I'm so old.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's funny.
Everybody looks at me and they say, we're so glad we have somebody with so much experience on the show.
Yeah.
Which really equates to old, but it's okay.
It's just an honorary way to say you're old, but awesome.
I was like, man, this team, they need some loving.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been beat to shit.
Making the show that we kind of set out with Arcane, the right designs for these characters that work in our IP, this kind of thing. The pursuit of creative work is complex. If your expectation is that you're gonna work on something creatively where you're gonna have
it's not just like
or no feeling of like being overwhelmed at times.
Oh yeah, no.
Then you're working on something the world is gonna forget.
She brought in that new energy and just sort of this like
pump us up, let's go.
Get up and let's go.
And let's face it, Fortiche, our animation partner studio in Paris, they had also never produced a series.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of newbies trying to figure this out.
Yeah, she was Mama Bear.
Lo and behold, it is really a difficult process, and it's a challenging one, even for those of us that have been in the business for a really long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just came in and kind of rolled up my sleeves and went from department by department, just trying to get everybody together and get to know.
Oh, she really was like, let's go. Okay.
Studio, and there's no line. So this is our production schedule.
Damn.
In March of 2020, that's when this started. And then it goes all the way through the last episode.
Oh.
Because this is the first series Riot's ever done, a lot of things are getting figured out and developed as we go along in production. So it's taking a little bit longer than it typically would on a television series that's all thought out. And if it takes us a little bit longer to get those scripts done, that's
whatever. Because again, some of the best writing I've seen anywhere, not even just animation.
Right. This is the thing that's always been a little fuzzy to me. Is just kind of how we end this episode with the Victor Singe thing.
Yes, I would love to bring Vi back into Caitlyn's mind in this episode in some way.
She's our ViCait shipper.
That I hadn't awesome for television is a challenge.
Bringing Vi and Caitlyn back into my brain is, I'm gonna be on a hamster wheel.
They're doing it because they love the players and they want the players to be
And just
happy.
expanding
And
some of the
it's
world,
like you don't just
especially
see them as
because
they
Jinx
look
is so
on the
beloved.
screen. By putting them on television, they have soul and they're deep.
You gotta stop showing me flashes of this shit because it's giving me flash.
One of the biggest questions we had though was, can this be sustained over 6 hours? Will people watch
24 million hours
into the immersion of the animation?
Yes, because it's amazing.
Do you actually have that quality to mesmerize an audience by staring at two characters, not saying a word?
I looked away and looked back into them.
We all want to take animation to this place of mature.
Like, you literally did. Like, you literally did. You literally did. Like, why are you questioning yourselves?
Style and innovation, but it doesn't exist, and I think we together can do it.
That was really good. Okay. Literally everything that they were scared and wanting to set out to do, which I understand why, because like it hadn't happened yet. They didn't realize, but like literally Arcane is a fucking masterpiece. Like, point blank, period. I am so excited for what we're going to be able to get in the future from them. Now that, like, they just have so much, like, availability going forward, you know? There's not as much, going to be not as much hardships going into the next seasons. I'm curious how many seasons he was told he would get. I know we're getting 2, but there's no way if they're going to be allowed to write, they're not going to keep going. Like, this show is very, very loved. They kept putting fucking flashes in there of, like, my bitches. And I'm not okay, you know? Now I'm just going to think about those things. So thanks for that. Listen, Amanda girl, I salute you, okay? Melinda girl. My ladies behind this fucking show company. Y'all. But yeah, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Very much love to hear from you guys. And if you are new, well, please consider subscribing so you can see my face in your subscription feed. And until next video, bye.